Hello, this is High Templar. Welcome back to the 103rd episode of Total War Mechanic series. And today I will be showing you something broken with Empire Divided in the current build. And the things are truly broken. Also, you can see that in beautiful 4K. So, on the left hand side we have Roman army, and those guys are Roman levies. Their cost of recruitment is 320, their upkeep is 65. So the most basic sword unit for the Rome. And you can get like a lot of those, obviously, with that upkeep. And on this side we have Eastern Infantry. Those guys are 600 recruitment cost. Upkeep cost of 120, so almost twice as more, pretty much twice as much as the Romans, and they also are charging down. They have charge bonus of 25, whereas Romans only have 14. So obviously this unit charging down the Roman levies will be cut down to pieces. This is twice as expensive. Right? Romans do have better infantry, but not as much. And also Romans has slightly better jabs, which is weird. But indeed those guys carry light pilum, which deals slightly less damage. So after the charge, 139, 147 as expected, charging uphill. Few months later, 127, 128. Suddenly, at almost that start of the battle, Romans start to win. When they were charged downhill, and this is much cheaper unit. And this is obviously those guys in our formation attack. They would do a lot better if they wouldn't be. But in a few moments we can see that the Eastern Infantry is down to 71, whereas Romans are at 109 still. So even though they are slightly surrounded by the Eastern Infantry, they are winning that. They are winning that battle, which is ridiculous. It's already wavering. Let's have a quick look at the stats. Eastern Infantry has a melee attack of 29, damage of 37 and defense of 32 with a health of 55 and almost no armor, 45 armor. That's close. Those guys has significantly more melee attack. That's 7 more melee attack. They have less damage, but they have more armor piercing damage by 2 less damage, but more armor piercing. Their melee defense is 50. That is significantly more than those guys. Actually, those guys are boosted by the general, if they wouldn't be, because of battle rhythm. The attack for those guys would be almost 20, and defense would be exactly 20 less than the Romans. So, and the Roman armor is obviously higher, their health is lower, but outside from that, everything is higher. Significantly by 20, which is pretty crazy. Those guys' battle rhythm has started to win their fight, but once it ended, they will be obviously losing. I just put up, since I've seen their ability, their general using their abilities, I used mine, and that was just to make them fresh. And this is the end. So, yeah, but you will say, yeah, Romans are better infantry, obviously best sword infantry, and they should be. Yes, they should. But there shouldn't be as much of discrepancy in the army that has pretty wide roster. If you look, for example, at Rome 2 without the Empire Divided, you would see that Celtic Warriors and Hastati are indeed better, but not by that much, and they are certainly not better than, say, Pontic swords, because that would be what we have to compare them to. But you can say also that the Eastern Infantry, Sword Infantry, is really not for Eastern factions, because they have access. Well, let's test the access, shall we? So back at comparing the access, here we have Axe Warriors, which are not buffed right now, so the melee attack is the same. The weapon damage is 10 less than Roman Levies, 9 actually, but that's very misleading because those guys have 10 armor piercing and Romans is only 5 with those gladiuses, and the melee defense is 49 compared to 50, so this is much more agreeable and with more armor and same amount of health as the Romans and higher morale. And this time it's more flatter, although those guys still have a slight heal advantage over my Romans. And I will keep my guys in formation to do, a decent test. And after the attack, it's quite obvious my guys, Roman Levies 144, those guys 148. 47, 40, 43, 37. So, slight advantage that the Eastern Axe Warriors have over my Levies. But as you can see, it's already going in favor of the Roman Levies. No, not yet. But 110 and 14, that's only 4 more. 7 and 1. 93, 87. So right now, we have 82 to 80. So the Romans are winning at this very moment of the game. Both units are without using any skills right now. I might have missed using the Axe Warriors but you can see those guys are losing actually. Slightly. So it's 72 to 60. So they already, Roman Levies has 12 advantage over the Eastern Axe Warriors. They lost all the advantage that won through the charge. Now their general is giving them rally. And my general just gave them a second win, so that would totally break the... I thought he's giving them something else. But that will absolutely break the test. But you can see right now, I have 63 Roman Levies and 51 Eastern Axe Warriors. So my guys were winning one way or the other. And that is pretty standard test. I got 1 win out of those guys in 10 tests. But yeah, you can see that it's right now it's the test makes no longer sense. But there were even worse tests. There were even much worse tests. And in this last third test we will unleash the full potential of the Roman Levies against the Eastern Axe Warriors. So we will do anything in our power to make AI lose. So exchange, but didn't go very well because of my cavalry moving close. And then charge. I know my guys have a low charge, but it was more about those guys not charging. 150, 137. That's a start. This battle will go on for a moment because those levies are not very efficient killers, but still they do get more and more advantage, bigger advantage over the Eastern Axe Warriors. this unit is already losing. Not like even losing slightly, but losing most of the time. 115 and 18. Already winded. So right now those guys are tired. There is 47 of them. My guys are 91. But their base morale is pretty big. 45 compared to my guys 40. But yeah, there is still almost 90 Roman levies in this unit. And their general moving very closely is supporting them. Roman levies got leveled and there is 80 of them. But as you can see, it's pretty much the end of everything. And there is still 80 Roman levies in this unit after defeating, theoretically, twice more expensive. This you can only do in campaign, by the way, because I don't think your other player will do that mistake. But what does it mean, really? So, yeah, that means that if you are playing Empire Divided and you have this kind of army, to stop pretty much any Eastern Empire, is it Sassanids or say Armenia, right? Those guys will put some axe warriors, armored axe warriors actually, or Eastern warriors, noble spearmen, but they will also bring Eastern infantry and hillmen and what's not. What I would bring, if I would be short on money, I would bring like 8 of those guys, and then like super cheap army, 4 Vigiles just to stop the cavalry, nothing more. And then we have 2 skirmishers, because we will have to take out the cavalry units, and they are good at in that. And some slingers, because you need slingers, not even Balearic slingers, just like regular slingers, because you need to be able to counter other guys' range units. And those guys will bring slingers or bowmen. Sassanids will bring Anatolian slingers, and yeah, usually some royal archers. But the point is to bring any units that don't have to deal much damage, but they have to have shields. So like no archers, basically. Not that you have low tier archers, but this extremely low tier army, extremely cheap, because those units cost like 60 to upkeep, all of them. Even less, actually. Like 40 of Vigiles, if I remember correctly. What's the info? No info on the upkeep, but I believe it's 40 for Vigiles. So yeah, you can see that this is pretty ridiculous. I mean, this army could be potentially able to take out even elite armies from those guys, just to stop the cavalry with your Vigiles, and then shower them with javelins, which should be enough. Vigiles should be able to defend for long enough time. They have melee defense of 54 and bone versus large of 20. So this is pretty decent unit with armor 45, again, pretty decent. And those jaffs, those simple Roman skirmishers, have normal javelins. So this is 32 damage and this is plus 10 against large, right? So yeah, they will be able to kill most of the units like that. The Cataracts would have to charge and go back. Maybe this cavalry will be more of a problem because they actually have very decent armor, but they would lose in prolonged combat. And pretty much anything that those guys bring, like any spears really, would be taken down. Any Persian light infantry or Eastern infantry or whatever else you would be able to take them with Roman levies. Only elite units would be left, but elite units you can take on with slingers. And with any general, really Roman general, you would have support of this cavalry that is essential and would be able to fight the other guys' cavalry. So you could defeat Eastern armies with this army, which is ridiculous. Really, it clearly shows in my test here. So, in my opinion, this state of game right now is broken a bit. If you are playing Romans, because Roman levies are very, very strong. Like, if you go to comparison between Roman levies and Cohort is only slightly stronger than Roman levies. Yes, they are stronger, but they are not like crazy amount of stronger for the unit that costs over twice as much. I mean, sorry, those guys. Yeah, it's not that much. It's not that much, and those guys cost. So yeah, Roman levies for the win. That's all. Check out my other videos. I have lots. If you are interested in mechanics videos, I have like lots of them in my playlists for the mechanics. Check them out and see you later. Bye.